This is going to be an extremely busy month. I have to watch 104 soccer games, follow the pregame, the postgame, yell useless opinions at the TV. It's a lot. So I knew that when it comes to screening for colon cancer, the choice was clear. The Cologuard Plus test. It can be used at home and can only take 15 minutes, so I can do it during halftime and not miss any action. If you are 45 or older and at average risk, ask your healthcare provider about screening for colon cancer with the Cologuard test. You can also request a prescription at Cologuard.com.
Good morning and welcome to the Morning 5. I'm Michael Weir, President and CEO of the Center for Christianity and Public Life. Glad to have you with us today. Today is Tuesday, July 14th. Let's start with a passage from the 32nd Psalm. Blessed is the one whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered. Blessed is the man against whom the Lord counts no iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no deceit. For when I kept silent, my bones wasted away through my groaning all day long. For day and night your hand was heavy upon me. My strength was dried up as by the heat of summer. I acknowledged my sin to you, and I did not cover my iniquity. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord, and you forgave the iniquity of my sin. Therefore, let everyone who is godly offer prayer to you at a time when you may be found. Surely in the rush of great waters they shall not reach him. You are a hiding place for me. You preserve me from trouble. You surround me with shouts of deliverance. May God bless the reading of his word. All right, friends. Again, so glad to have you with us here on the Morning 5. Let's catch up on the news together. First up, South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster announced that the late Senator Lindsey Graham's interim replacement in the Senate, following his death over the weekend, will be Graham's younger sister, Darlene Graham Nardone. President Donald Trump threw his support behind her yesterday, writing online that appointing her would be a fabulous tribute to Lindsey, who loved her dearly. South Carolina Senator Tim Scott said Graham's sister is a fantastic pick, and that there is no one better who understands Lindsey's love for family, our state, and our country. Lindsey has always been there for me, and now I will be there for him, she said at the announcement last night. I plan to honor him in this way. South Carolina Republicans are expected to hold a last-minute special primary to select a replacement to run for Graham's full term. Graham's sister will hold the seat until the end of the current Congress in January. Next for today, a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officer shot and killed a man yesterday in Maine. This follows a different ICE officer shooting and killing a man in Texas last week. The man in Maine was a 26-year-old Colombian native who had authorization to work in the U.S. Senator Angus King of Maine said he'd spoken with Homeland Security Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen about the shooting, and that Mullen said the man was facing deportation. King said he wants a thorough investigation. Were officers threatened? King asked. Were the threats rising to the level that justified deadly force? That's what this investigation is all about, and I certainly intend to stay after it to do everything I can to be sure the investigation is as transparent and thorough as possible. With that, let's get into today's main story. We told you a few weeks ago about a ceasefire with Iran. The ceasefire has not held, with American and Iranian forces going back and forth with military strikes in recent days, prompted by Iranian attacks on commercial ships that were navigating the Strait of Hormuz. On Monday, President Trump said the U.S. will take control of the strait and that America will impose a 20% fee for cargo shipped through it. We will become guardians of the strait, the president said in an interview with Fox News. He added that America is going to strike Iran very hard and keep the strait and probably run it. In a social media post, President Trump said, all other countries will have fair and open use of the strait, but as a matter of fairness, the U.S. will be reimbursed at the rate of 20% on all cargo shipped for any and all costs necessary to do the job of providing safety and security to this very volatile section of the world. The ceasefire seems well and truly dead. The president told Congress in an official notice over the weekend that the war has resumed. Lawmakers in both the House and the Senate from both parties have pressed him to seek formal congressional approval for the use of military force in Iran. But the White House has argued that the president has all the authority he needs as commander-in-chief to wage this war. I'll read briefly from a New York Times report about the Strait of Hormuz in particular, which sees about 1/5 of the world's oil and gas transit through it each year. Traffic in the Strait of Hormuz has plummeted after Iran's attack on a Cypriot-flagged container ship over the weekend set off an exchange of strikes with the United States, culminating in President Trump saying he would reimpose the U.S. blockade on Iran. Just 14 ships passed through the waterway on Sunday in both directions, the fewest in a month, according to figures from Kepler, a maritime data firm. Before the start of the war in late February, an average of more than 130 vessels transited the strait daily. In mid-June, when the United States and Iran signed a preliminary agreement to reopen the strait, traffic spiked. In the 7 days starting June 20th, nearly 400 ships moved through the strait, the most in a one-week period since the war began. Now, with the resumption of hostilities, oil prices are going up again, 3% higher on Monday than last week. The average price of gas in the U.S. at the time of this recording was $3.87. We'll stop there for today and go to the Lord in prayer. Dear Father, always near us, may your name be treasured and loved. May your rule be completed in us. May your will be done here on earth in just the way it is done in heaven. Give us today the things we need today, and forgive us our sins and impositions on you, as we are forgiving all who in any way offend us. Please don't put us through trials, but deliver us from everything bad, because you are the one in charge, and you have all the power, and the glory too is all yours forever, which is just the way we want it. All right, friends, thank you for joining me today. As always, the Morning Five is brought to you in partnership with the That Sounds Fun Network, supported by the Center for Christianity and Public Life. If you'd like to learn more about our work at CCP Hall, you can visit ccpubliclife.org. We hope you have a tremendous Tuesday.